everybody, thanks for stopping by. I know it has been a really long time. It feels like it's been a really long time since I filmed a video. The time change has really took a toll on my filming schedule. I've tried to film videos a couple of times and the daylight has slipped away from me too quickly. Even today, it's been sunny the last 2 days. I decided I was gonna film a couple videos today, and of course it's like gloomy and dark outside. So I'm not 100% sure how the lighting's gonna be on this video, but I can't take any, like I can't, you know, it's been a month and I haven't been able to film a video, so we're gonna have to go with this. So I'm hoping the lighting is gonna be okay. We are gonna talk monthly manis for the month of September, so we're covering about 4 weeks worth of polish. Hopefully, eventually we're gonna get caught up and be able to do a little bit more of like weekly manis, because like I said in my last video, I have a hard time remembering these manicures because it's been so long since I've worn them. So we're gonna cover those a little bit. To address the elephant in the room, yes, I did dye my hair again. So yeah, I am gonna be filming a couple different, I'm gonna film a couple videos today. I hate doing batch videos, but now with the time change, I now have to film on the weekends, and so I have less time to film, and we're going out of town on Wednesday, so I have run out of time, and I'd like to get a couple videos out since it's been a really long time since I've filmed videos, and I'm very, very behind. So as you noticed, as I did mention, we are on September, so it is now getting to be close to December, so I'm about 2 months behind on manicures, plus I wanted to do the Zoya, I still want to talk about the Zoya fall video, or fall collection, because I've had those swatches done for ever now, and I have yet to do that. I've got to do a haul video. I did mention a couple things that I've wanted to do because of the 1,000 subscribers that we hit a couple weeks ago, so I'm so far behind, but I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing good. Just super, super busy, and yeah, ready to take a vacation. We are going out of town on Wednesday for our 1-year anniversary. I cannot believe it's been a year since we got married. I can't believe it's been a year since we've been in Hawaii, which is a little sad. So the year definitely went by super, super fast. So we are celebrating our anniversary in Belize this year. We are going to have a nice little relaxing Thanksgiving / anniversary vacation. So I'm very excited about that. I always hate leaving the cats, but I hate leaving the cats, but I do feel like we need a little bit of a vacation because it's been a little stressful the last couple months. So let's go ahead and jump in. If you guys are curious, I'm gonna show you, we've got a little buddy here filming. Where are you at, bud? Oh, let me see. Oh, he's hiding in here. I bought this new cat carrier for the cats, and that's Linus curled up in a little ball, and I'm washing my bed sheets, so hashtag real life YouTuber. I'm sitting on my bed waiting for my bed sheets to finish being washed, because it's Sunday, and you know Sunday is AKA adult chore day, so I don't do anything exciting except do laundry and clean the house, and now I have to film, and now I get to film YouTube videos on top of that, because it gets dark at 6 o'clock in the evening, and I hate this time of year. I hate getting home and it's pitch dark outside. It just leaves me in such a funk. Like, I don't mind the cold weather as much. Granted, I'm in Texas, so it's only like 70 degrees, you know, it's only like, you know, 30 degrees at the most on cold days, but yeah, I don't mind the cold weather. I just hate that it gets dark so fast. It just feels like, I don't know, the day just slips away from you. It's dark when you go to work and it's dark when you come out. So any hoozles, let's go ahead and jump in so this video isn't a bazillion years long. So first up is Zoe As Madeline. This is a really pretty neutral shade. I love this one, and this is a little bit of a darker nude, but it's really, really pretty. I did a polka dot manicure with this. I haven't done a polka dot manicure in a very, very long time. I'm always very hesitant to do freehand nail art, but I've watched a couple videos. Erin from Paint Those Piggies did a little breakdown of how she does her polka dot manicure, so it made me feel a little bit more confident about trying to do a polka dot manicure. So I thought this one turned out fairly well. The dots were fairly consistent size, and I was able to get them somewhat in line, so I wasn't too, wasn't terribly, you know, I thought I did a pretty decent job on that one. So this is a really pretty one. If you don't have a really nice neutral, this is probably good on a lot of skin tones, but I think this is probably a really nice neutral for some dark skin tones. I also noticed that I've been kind of slacking on my Zoya polishes, so you're gonna see, I think, one more in this video besides Miss Madeline here. I'd like to try, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, but I wanted to try and film a video before the Black Friday sale that's coming up, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, but I'd like to try and throw in some just random Zoyas that I haven't talked about in my videos before. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be one of those annoying people that's touching my hair the whole time. I wanted to try and film one of those, you know, videos like what Zoyas you should buy for the Black Friday sale. I might do that, but it just depends on how many videos I can film today, because like I said, I'm very far behind. But I definitely have been slacking on my Zoyas, so I'm trying to make a conscious effort to wear more of my Zoyas. I think it's not necessarily Zoyas, it's just the cream polishes. For some reason, I've had a really hard time pulling my cream polishes, just because I feel like now, you know, I've been wearing so many indies, you know, that have different formulas and different finishes and textures, and so when I wear a cream, it's a little bit boring to me, and so whenever I wear a cream, I feel almost obligated to wear some type of nail art with it. And so lately I just have not had time. You'll see, you know, every now and again, if I have a little bit of time, I'll do a stamp or something here and there, which you'll see in a couple of these manicures. But most of the time I don't have a lot of extra time in the evening to do nail art. So I feel like that's why I've been kind of like just not, you know, just not reaching for my cream polishes, just because I haven't had the time to do nail art, and for some reason cream polishes to me just seem really boring right now, just because I've been wearing a whole lot of indie polishes. So I'm trying to make a conscious effort to wear a few more of my cream polishes. So we'll see how that goes. So I do apologize, I do realize I've been kind of slacking on my Zoya wearing, so I'm gonna try and throw in a couple more Zoyas. And I say Zoyas just because that's a majority of the cream polishes that I have in my collection. So that was a long explanation of this polish, but this is a really pretty one. If you don't have a neutral, or if you're in need of a neutral, this is a really pretty one. So that again is Madeline. Madeline is also similar to like, it's maybe like a couple shades darker than Rue. Brigitte, it's probably like a shade darker than Brigitte. All of those are kind of in the same color family. It's just kind of what your skin tone, you know, you could probably, anyone, I mean, you can wear whatever you want, but I feel like this is probably more suited for some like tanner skin tones, some darker skin tones, just because it's like the darker of the three. So that is Madeline. Next up is going to be a polish that I purchased. This is a new brand for me. I purchased this in a set of, I want to say 5 or 6. So I haven't worn any of the other ones yet, so you may just see those in a haul, but this was the first one that I wore, and I believe the brand is called JReine. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. So this collection was a collection of 4 to 5 multi-chrome toppers, and they were very intriguing to me when I saw the pictures, and I was like, ooh, multi-chrome toppers, that could be really cool, just putting them in different colors and seeing how they interact. And I don't know, I was really, really intrigued, even though I'm not a topper kind of person. So I got the collection, and it's, like I said, it's like 4 or 5, and they all have different, I want to say they're not multi-chrome, I want to say maybe they're duochrome, but I use that term interchangeably. They're chromey, you know, whatever. And so I was intrigued to see how these would affect like the different color polishes that you put on top of them. So I ended up getting the whole collection, and this was the first one that I wore from the collection. This is called Adonis, and Adonis, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but this is kind of a like garnet red to like this greenish, this might be a multi-chrome, because this flashes from this garnet red to this kind of like olivey green. And there's like shades of blue in there, which I don't think you're going to be able to tell, because you know how difficult these polishes are to get on camera. But yeah, so I thought this was an interesting color. I put this over OPI's Do You Have This Color in Stockholm, which if you're not familiar, it's kind of this like brighter kind of like medium purple color. And as you'll see here from the swatch, I don't really know how I feel about these, because as you can see here from the swatch, it basically just looks like I have a red to greenish gold multi-chrome. You don't see anything as far as the purple shade underneath. And so this took, you need 2 coats to get it relatively opaque. If you just do 1 coat, especially on the dark polish, like it didn't really do anything, so you needed that second coat to kind of like actually get some type of chrome effect on the nail. But once that second coat goes on, it covers up the purple almost entirely, and it was pretty, but it's just like, I don't really know what to do with this, because I already have a bunch of these like you know, this similar color effect, like multi-chrome in my collection. And so I bought these thinking these toppers would be a little bit different of a finish. Like I thought you could like change them up and wear them. And I guess you could over like white or black, but I just don't wear white and black a whole lot. And I mean, I'm not really entirely sure what to do with these. And so I got a little intimidated with these, and I haven't with this one. And so I haven't worn any other ones since then. So if you guys have purchased this collection, or if you wear things similar to this, let me know how you wear them, because I have yet to wear the rest of them because I don't really know what to do with them. If they're just going to be opaque in 2 coats and just look like a regular multi-chrome, I'm not really sure why not just buy a multi-chrome then? Like I don't really understand the point of the topper then, if that makes sense. Like if I can't see the base color underneath and the base color is not going to affect how this looks on the nail, I don't really understand the point of it. So I'm not saying I'm mad that I bought them, I just don't really know, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing with them. So let me know your thoughts, let me know if you bought this or if you have something similar or what you're doing with it, because like I said, I feel like I'm not using it right, and I just was a little disappointed this first round. So that one was Adonis. And then next up is going to be another polish from my Cadillacquer purchase that I did years and years ago, which I feel like by the time I do a haul, I'm gonna have worn them all already. But yeah, that's on my list here. Hopefully today I can get through that as well. We'll see. So this Cadillacquer is called, I want to say it's called Apricity, and this one it's kind of this like dusty aqua blue, and what really drew me to it is these really cool metallic, these metallic purple glitters that you can see in there, hopefully. So it's a really interesting color combination, just because, like, you know, this dusty blue is just, you know, a little neutral on the nail, but then you've got that really cool purple, you know, in lights you'll get that kind of cool metallic purple look from the glitter. So I thought this was really interesting. This, again, has that classic Cadillacquer formula where it's very, very thin, which is necessary for those glitters to show through. For me, again, with 3 coats, it wasn't opaque. With my visible nail line, I have trimmed my nails down, but at that point when I did wear this, I did have quite a bit of visible nail line. So at 3 coats, this was definitely still, you know, you could definitely still see through my nail. So I did like this polish. I will wear it again, as I've mentioned in the last couple videos. I will be wearing Cadillacquers as toppers. I will wear some type of polish underneath just so I can get full opacity. Just, that's how I like, you know, some polishes I don't mind seeing visible nail line, but for polishes like this, I definitely want to see, I definitely want to be able to have opacity, and I just can't get that when I have quite a bit of nail line. So this one was the last one I think I wore without a base coat underneath. So really, really pretty. I didn't really love the way it looked on my nail without something underneath of it. So that again is Apricity. And then last up for that week is one of the Polished for Days / Polished Oaky collection polishes that I'm still working my way through. This one is Lyre, I want to say it is. And in the bottle, this is really, really pretty. It's this kind of cornflower blue with, Polished for Days are always so hard. There's a scattered hollow in there. There's like a multi-chrome flaky in there. So this polish has a lot going on. And in the bottle, it's super, super pretty. I don't know why though. On the nail, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was just very unimpressed with it on the nail. I don't know why. I just wanted something. I just wasn't super impressed with it, and I don't really know why. Like the polish, the formula was great. The color's really pretty. I just don't know. For some reason, I just wasn't super feeling this polish. So maybe it's just the time of year. I wasn't super, you know, it was the end of summer. Maybe it's just not like a end of summer polish. So I don't know. We'll try it again maybe in like the springtime and see how I feel. But first round, I wasn't like terribly crazy about it. So that again is Lyre from Polished for Days. Following week is a polish that I have been trying to get on my nails for the longest time, but for some reason in the middle of summertime, I just wasn't feeling these like royal purple colors, but I saw too many swatches of it and saw how pretty it was, and I was just like, you have to wear this polish. So this is from the Cirque Colors Desert Blooms collection that released like early summer, I want to say, and this one's called Dusky Skies, and like I said, this is a really pretty royal purple with this gorgeous like reddish pink flash that you can see there, which is super prominent on the nail. It also has a scattered holographic in there that you can see. This is such a gorgeous polish on the nail. As you can see from the swatch, it just glows. It just, if there was a galaxy that was purple, it would look like this. Like, just something about that purple against that pink flash against that purple base is just so pretty. So I absolutely loved this polish. So pretty. So that again is Dusky Skies. And then next up is a Savannah lacquer. I picked up quite a few Savannah lacquers around like beginning of summer, midsummer, because she was having a sale. I think almost all of the polishes on her site were like $7 or $7.50, so I picked up quite a few. And this one is called Flannel Shirt, and this is an interesting base color. It's kind of like a taupey, it's like a taupey grayish purple color. And what really sold me on it is this really pretty, again, I'm a sucker for this freaking like reddish pink flash. I think there's also, is it a scattered hollow? I think it's a scattered, I want to say it's a scattered hollow. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell from the light in here, but it's a really prominent red flash, and then there's also just like a shower of kind of like scattered holographic in there. Really pretty polish. I think, you know, this really, it's not terribly dark, but this kind of like darkish neutral shade, I just think that red flash just really brightens it up, gives it a little bit of something interesting and different. And I consider, you know, since the name was called Flannel Shirt, I tried to do a little bit of a plaid stamp on it to try and get the like feel of a plaid shirt on your, or the feel of a flannel shirt on your nail. So not terribly bad. I don't know if you got necessarily like a flannel shirt type feel from the stamp, but I thought it looked kind of interesting. But I really liked this polish. I thought it was really pretty. So that again, Savannah Lacquer Flannel Shirt. Next up is A England. I feel like I haven't worn an A England in a really long time. And this one is Katherine Howard. This is a pretty popular A England shade. Not necessarily a polish that I would gravitate towards. Like, green is just not necessarily a color I reach for, but I know this is a really popular shade, so I thought I would try it out. And this is an interesting green shade. It's kind of like a, it's like a greenish, it's like that British racing green where it's like a green, but it's just got like a teeny bit of blue in it, so it's not like a true green. And this one has a gold scattered. Yeah, it's got a gold shimmer that runs throughout. So it's really pretty on the nail. I decided to do a smush mani with this, and it turned out really nice. I really thought the colors really suited themselves. So Katherine Howard I used, obviously. There's also a white, a black, and I want to say a gold in there. So it really turned out really nice, almost like marble, like a marble effect on the nail. Really liked that, and this polish was really nice. So that again is Katherine Howard from A England. And then the next Zoya that I wore for that month is one of the newer ones from the Element collection, and this one is Jenna. And Jenna is a really pretty, kind of just dusty pink. Yeah, for some reason Zoya's been really loving these types of polishes. This reminded me a lot of Brandy from the last, I want to say, did Brandy get released in the summer? No, I think she got released in the spring. It reminded me a lot of Brandy, and I really liked Brandy, so for some reason this was like the first polish I wanted to wear from that collection. So it's really pretty. I thought, again, it's just one of those kind of, these are the kind of pinks that I normally wear, not anything too cool, too, you know, too bright on the nail. It's always just these kind of like dusty, almost like warmer, like neutral kind of pink shade. So I really enjoyed this one. I did do another stamp over this. I tried to do a reverse stamp of, or not a reverse stamp, I tried to do a double stamp of some butterflies, which kind of worked. I don't know if you can necessarily tell from the swatch photo that it was butterflies. It got a little lost in the pattern. I feel like I wasn't, I feel like the double stamp wasn't on top of each other quite well enough to see that it was butterflies, but I thought it was cute. I thought it added a nice effect. So this is a really pretty polish. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Jenna. And then last up from that week is another of my Night Owl Parks and Recreation collection polishes. This one is called You Poetic Land Mermaid, and this is a really pretty kind of warm reddish purple that transitions, and I think it's got, yeah, you can see that kind of like reddish flash that is in there. So this is what it looks like in its cool state, and in its warm state it turns over into this like interesting kind of like dusty sky blue color. It's really, really pretty. The coolest thing that I love about this polish is that flash. You lose it a little bit in this purple state, but when it's transitioning, when it's like mid-transition, or you get that little bit of that aqua blue, or you get a little bit of that sky blue on your nail, this warm kind of like reddish gold flash just really like shines off the nail, and it's at its best when it's kind of like mid-transition. So really, really enjoyed this one. So that again is you Poetic Land Mermaid. And then moving along, this is the first polish I have worn from the Cirque Colors Facets collection. I didn't purchase the whole collection. I did purchase quite a few of them, but I have yet to wear. I don't think I've worn any of the other ones except for this one as of yet. So this was the first one that called my name. This one is called Zircon. And Zircon is one of those like really interesting blues that I don't really know how to classify it as. It's kind of a, it's really hard. It's kind of like, it's bright to where it's like an aqua blue, but it's got a little bit more saturation to it. I guess Zircon is a gem, so maybe Zircon is the right color to call it. I don't know, but it's a really bright, in-your-face kind of blue. It reminds me a lot of a England Pucka Fairy, which I wore a little bit earlier this summer. It's just got that beautiful, just like bright blue color, but it's just a little bit more saturated of a blue than like an aqua, but it's got a gorgeous scattered, like crazy scattered holographic that's in there, so it's almost gem-like on the nail. Beautiful shade. Really enjoyed this. This is a good start to the Facets collection. Like I said, I haven't worn any of the other. I've swatched the rest of them, but I haven't worn them. So this was a really nice start to the collection. So that again is Zircon. And moving along, I was able to pick up a couple more Picture polishes. Picture Polish is such a hard brand for me because I really love their polishes, but I don't love paying $15 for them. I feel like that price tag is a little overpriced for the, like, I like the polishes, I like the brand. I don't think they're worth $15, if that makes sense. I know because they're Australian, I understand why they're $15, but I don't like paying $15 for these polishes. I just don't think they're, I don't think they're unique enough to be $15. Does that make sense? That's just me. So I usually try and buy them when they're on sale, unless there's one that I see that's really unique and that I really, really want. I don't mind paying the full price, but for the most part, most of them I'm always like, well, they're kind of nice. I'll pick them up eventually if I see them on sale. So I did. So I think, I don't remember who was having a sale, but somebody was doing like a discount like of Picture polishes. I think because like their new collection release, so they were doing like a 20% or 30%, something like that. So I decided to pick up a couple of the ones that I had been eyeing for a little while, and I picked up 3, and I think I've worn 2 of them so far, but this was the first one that I wanted to grab, and this was probably the one that I was most excited about. And this is called Cashmere. And Cashmere is this interesting like burnt sienna. It's a little bit more of like maybe like a hot cocoa, but it's just got like a smidge of red in it. So I just think it's a really interesting kind of neutral brown color. Just that little bit of red I think just makes it really, really interesting. And it's got that standard Picture polish formula where you get that little bit of a scattered hollow. Oh, something about this brown just, it's really warm and chocolatey, and I really, really love this on the nail. I thought it looked really pretty, and Picture polish formulas are always, always really amazing. So I'm really glad to add this to my collection. So that again is Cashmere. And then next up is an Illyrian polish that I picked up quite a while ago. I want to say this says March. March polish pickup. This is again Illyrian polish. This is called Narrow Sea, and Narrow Sea is this really dark like tealish green color, and what really sold me on it is this really cool, again, fiery red flash that I can't seem to get enough of, and it does have that scattered hollow in it. This is really, really pretty. I wanted to love this polish a little bit more, but unfortunately that red flash is not super apparent on the nail. This base is just a tad bit too dark, so you do catch it, but you only catch it in certain lighting, which to me, again, like my standard complaint with these polishes, I want to be able to see that flash most of the time. And so for me, I liked this, but I wanted that red to punch through just a teeny bit more. For me, it was just too dark most of the day, and I couldn't enjoy the flash. So I wasn't crazy thrilled with this one. But it was pretty. It's pretty, but like I said, I just want that flash to stand out just a smidge more. So I'm not terribly excited about this one, but it was pretty. So that again is Narrow C from Illyrian Polish. Next up is a thermal that I wore. I picked these up I think I picked these up last year. And this one is from Lacquer Lust, so I decided to bust it out again. I want to get some more Lacquer Lust. I thought I heard rumblings online that she is going to be making more polishes, because I don't know who else sells these besides Live Love Polish, and Live Love Polish doesn't sell indie brands anymore. So I don't know where else you can get these from, and I don't think she's selling them anymore, but I did hear rumblings that she might be coming back with more polishes, because I really enjoyed this brand. I thought the thermals were really nice. So again, this is Lacquer Lust, and this is Frozen Hot Chocolate, and this is a brown color. As you can see here, it's a thermal brown, so it transitions from this kind of, you can kind of almost see here in the bottle. So this is what it looks like in its cold state, just this very kind of like medium kind of chocolatey brown color, and then it transitions and it does have that scattered hollow, which you can kind of see there, but it's a very slight thermal, so it's this kind of like medium brown, but it does transition to more of like a lighter kind of just like a more like lighter browns. I can't find my words today, but it's a very slight transition. So for those of you who are kind of like inching your way, although I don't know if you can pick these up anymore, because like I said, I don't know where to get these, but it's a really nice thermal. It's just very slight, so it's just kind of you know, dainty and a little bit more classy on the nail for those that aren't really, you know, crazy about those like drastic thermal transitions. I thought this is like just a nice way to like add in thermals but not go super crazy. So really enjoyed this one. I'd like to pick up a few more, but like I said, I don't know if she's going to be coming back with more polishes, because I only have 2 from her brand, and I do really like them. But on the other hand, I feel like thermals have been going, I feel like people have been going crazy with thermals the last like month or so. I've been seeing thermals like everywhere, so maybe I don't need her to come out with more, because then that means I'm going to buy more thermals, because I have way too many thermals as it is. So that again is Lacquer Lust Frozen Hot Chocolate. And then last one for that week is another one. Did I show you the other one already? I did. This is the second to that Cadillacquer duo that I got from Hypnotic a couple months ago. This one is called Sweet Peonies, and this is from Cadillacquer, excuse me. So this was a Hypnotic website polish exclusive. So it's these 2 polishes that you can only get from the Hypnotic website. So this one is more of a lighter pink, kind of dusty neutral pink color, and it's got those like coppery flakes that you can see there, so similar to the other polish. They both had those copper flakes, just the bases are a little bit different. Now this one I did pair, I did put a base coat under this, and I can't for the life of me think of what it was. It was definitely a Zoya, but I can't remember what Zoya it was. Something close to this color. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, I did put a base under this, and that helped so much with the opacity. So I think I did, I want to say I did 2 coats of the, no, did I do 2 coats? I can't remember at this point because it's been too long. So I can't remember exactly what coats of which I did, but whatever combination, it was able to get opaque, and it was beautiful. I really enjoyed this polish. This was definitely my favorite out of the set, although I did not wear a base coat with the other one, so I don't know if I should say that, but this was really pretty. I enjoyed this one so much. So that again is Sweet Peonies from Cadillacquer. And then the last week of polishes for September that we're going to talk about is another thermal, first one's going to be another thermal polish. This one is from Fancy Gloss, which is a new brand to me. I saw this, I want to say, I picked this up on the Hella Handmade Creations kind of cooperative, whatever it is. Similar to the polish pickup, Hella Handmade Creations does a theme once a month and has a bunch of indie makers that follow that theme, and you buy polishes, yada yada. So first time I purchased from the HHC, first time using Fancy Gloss. Fancy Gloss, I believe, is using the fandom of Riverdale for her. So unlike PPU where they do a theme once a month, I think HHC has like a fandom that they do, and they change so like they keep with the same fandom, but they like use that as a their inspiration for each month, I think what it is. So Fancy Gloss uses Riverdale, and this one is called Oh Archie, and this was from the August HHC, and this is a thermal. Again, like I said, I cannot, like, people have realized how cool thermals are, and unfortunately that means I am buying way too many thermal polishes. So this one was an interesting color combination. You would have seen this in my last my last monthly manicures video. I believe I was wearing this if you want to see it in action. So this is a really pretty, just like dusty denim blue color. And when it transitions to this just like this like neutral kind of like warmish like almond color. So it's really it's a really interesting color combination, I think, for a thermal. I believe there's also, yeah, there's also some like copper flakies in there. I don't think you're gonna be able to see them in my lighting, unfortunately. You do see that little bit of a flash that's in there. So you don't see the flakies too much in the denim state. Yeah, you don't see the copper flakies too much in their denim, in the denim color here. They really come alive when it's in the lighter stage. There's also that little bit of a flash that's in there. I think there's also a scattered, I want to say it's like a scattered hollow. I'm sorry, it's been a little while since I wore it, but you can definitely see a little bit of that flash there. So this was really pretty. Definitely a nice start to Fancy Gloss. Like I said, this was the first time trying this brand, so I thought this was a really nice way to get introduced to this brand. So this was called Oh Archie. And then next up is another one of the Dollish Polish Willy Wonka polishes that I've tried. I've tried 3 out of the set. And I got the mini set of the whole collection. So this is the blue color, which is, oh, my eyeballs are going. This is We Are the Music Makers and We Are the Dreamers of Dreams. That is a long title. So if you've seen my other 2 monthly manis, I have worn, so this is all, they all have the same kind of form, they all have the same, what's the word I want to say? They all have the same stuff in them, the color is just different. That's not the nicest way to say it, but so this is the blue version. So it's basically blue with a bunch of just like multicolored glitters in there. So if you had seen my other monthly manis, I've worn the red and the yellow from this, and you would have seen from those other videos that I wasn't terribly crazy about this collection. So with the blue was like my last ditch effort. The last 2 polishes I've just been kind of like meh about. This one I definitely liked the color more. I thought the color with the glitters worked a little bit better, but still I just don't love the finish on these. No matter how many coats of top coat I put on them, they just don't suspend. Like the glitters just sink to the bottom of the base, and no matter how many top coats you do, they just don't seem to suspend, and you just don't get that like 3-dimensional quality that you want when you have glitter in a like crelly like this. So I wasn't crazy thrilled with this one either. I have swatched the other 2, 3, so you will see those here in the haul video coming up, but I'm not crazy about, I'm just not crazy about the finish on these. I wanted to like these more, but I've tried 3 times now, and I'm not super crazy about these. So I think I will show you the other 2 if you guys want to see the color differences with the other I think there's 3. But I think I'll end up putting all of these in a D-stash. I'm just not super crazy about these. So that again is the very long title of We Are the Music Makers and We Are the Dreamers of Dreams from Dollish Polish. And then second to last up is a classic in my collection that I love so much. I had yet to wear it for the summertime, and I definitely wanted to get it in. So this is Cert Colors Happy Monday. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that this was one of my favorite polishes last year. I loved it so much. It's a pretty lavender purple with this gorgeous blue flash. It does have a faint little bit of scattered hollow in there as well, but you mostly just get that blue flash. This is my favorite polish. I still love this polish so much. If you've been following me for the past couple months, you would have seen there's been like 1 or 2 polishes that are kind of similar to this that I've worn, and I was curious to see if this would still live up to my expectations after wearing those other 2 polishes, because one of them I really liked, Light of Lyre from Tonic Polish, and then the other one was was, what was the other one? It was a KB Shimmer. That one I didn't care for as much. So I was wondering if this one was still going to live up to its expectations, and it definitely did. I still love this polish. There's just something about the purple is still super, super bright on, not super bright, but it's super vibrant on the nail. And so is the blue flash, but you don't lose the blue flash. So you can still see, like sometimes with these flashes, you lose the base color a little bit. But with this one, you still see the purple, you still get that blue. It's just a gorgeous polish. I really wish they would re-release this because it's super pretty. I will mention though, Cirque just released a collection here within the last day or so called Desert Scapes or something Scapes. But that new collection, there is a polish in there that looks really, really similar to this. I did not get it because I feel like it's too close. But if you want something that's Happy Monday like esque, I would definitely look at that collection because I think there's a polish in there that's somewhat similar to this. So I would definitely check that out. So this one again is Happy Monday. And then last one is another kind of classic in my collection. This one is Pacifica Desert Princess. I've talked about this several times. It's a really pretty kind of like end of summer, mid-fall, like transitional shade for me. I really enjoy it. It's this really pretty like warm, this warm pink. And I just love it so much. I did do a very like small minimal stamp on this, which I thought looked really, really cute. I just love this polish so much. I have yet to find a color that's similar to it. It's just a very warm pink. It's got a lot of like orangey qualities to it. So I feel like it's still kind of summery, but kind of able to move into fall just because it's got that warm kind of rich earthy tone to it. So I really enjoy this polish. I always bust it out this time, like around this time of year, which was September, not now. But I always kind of bust it out this time of year because it's just really, really pretty. So I love that one. Again, Desert Princess from Pacifica. And that is it for September. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize again for taking so long to film videos, but you know, that's the way life goes sometimes. I want to let you guys know that this whole entire video, we still have Dum Dum here sleeping. I can't believe he hasn't run around the entire time. What are you doing? Oh, there he is. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. Oh, hi. Everyone wanted to see you before we finished. Oh. He's like dead to the world today. This is like their sleeping time. They're gonna run around like insane people in like an hour or so. Oh, but anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're are you guys getting ready for Thanksgiving? How are you guys doing like stress-wise? I know we're just about to jump into the holidays, so I know that's like super stressful. But I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what polishes you've been wearing. Are there any new collections you've been excited about? Have you tried? Like I said, I feel like thermal polishes have been all over the place. Have you guys been trying the new thermal polishes? I can't seem to stop myself, even though I know they have short shelf lives. I just seem to keep, I can't help myself. They're just so pretty. So let me know what you have been wearing and what you've been liking, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.